Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, it's time for some more home repair or home care. This is the existing thermostat. It's a single zone digital thermostat, and you can see by the round silhouette behind it, that's where the older mercury type switch thermostat was. But this one's already, time flies, probably about 10 years old. I know. Got these list of things or projects and just never got around to painting that, because I figured I just want to repaint the whole place. But there's a problem with this. It's a programmable thermostat, and you can differentiate between the days of the week and the weekend, and a lot of different variables for when you want the thermostat to change temperature. But right now, there's a problem with this. You need to turn this in certain spots in order to start some of the programming features, and it's kind of loose. I don't know what's going on. The pressure on it is not consistent enough to keep a contact so you can program it. So they have a reset, so there's a default, and the default is down to 60 degrees, which is a little too cold here in New England. So I need to replace this, and I purchased a new one. Let's go take a look at it. So this is the one that I purchased. It's nothing expensive. It's under $20. I think it was $19.97. And one thing about prices on Amazon, I didn't realize there was such a price fluctuation on items on there. You know, you think it's sort of like a retail store, but I think there's a big price fluctuation depending on supply and demand, and maybe where they're sourcing. So sometimes it's a good idea just to have something in the cart if you're just looking at it for a while. I've had a TV fluctuate like more than $50 that I've been looking at. But it's a very simple digital single zone thermostat. And you know, I had read an article about how, I don't know if it was last year, was supposed to be the year of the home appliance hacking. And, you know, if I have, you know, they have these wireless thermostats that you can control from your smartphone or from, you know, from your office, and, or, you know, if you're away. And I don't want anyone turning on and off my furnace, you know, while I'm not around. If you figure they're breaking into government computers and these large corporations' computers, and they've got security departments for these computer systems, even the very expensive, you know, hundreds of dollars for a wireless thermostat, I don't think the resources have been put into the product to really prevent someone who knows what they're doing from hacking into your home appliance and doing whatever they feel like doing. So I decided I just want something simple. I don't need a wireless, done without it forever. So yeah, this is the one I ended up purchasing. It's got a nice large display. So that was one of the large buttons. So that was sort of one of the features that I liked about it. So let me open this up. All right, I've got it open. And here it is. Guess that's a label. Take that off. There's the display. And I think it's similar to the other one where you mount one half of it and then the other half snaps onto the, there it is, snaps onto that. Open this up a little bit more. Is there any tape on here? There it is. Oh, great. I was wondering if I was going to have to search for this hardware in the cellar. But if I need it, so I've got the screws there. There's the inside of it. Use alkaline batteries only. Okay, so it takes, looks like 2 AA batteries, or is that AAA? But it's the same design as the one that's already on there, the existing one. So here are the instructions. I can't believe how long it took me to search to find out whether they were AA or AAA batteries. Something that people want to know right off the bat. So it's a 7-day, 5/2-day programmer or non-programmable. Did I mention it was Lux? So let me go hook this up. So instead of reading through this whole thing, I'm going to do what I usually do and just go for the pictures. So it looks like this is the option. There's white, red, and green. This fan, we have a circulator pump. So I think that's the circulator pump. There's a 24 volt is the red wire, and then this turns on the heater, I think. But I'm going to go for this wiring option here. This is actually how the old one is, except I have this swapped, which might be a mistake or just might not matter. So let me go ahead and take off that back plate and put on the new one. So the existing thermostat just comes off like this. And got a jumper here, a green, a white, and a red wire. And the inside, pretty similar. It's just that contact for that switch is loose. So there's the existing setup, but I was just looking at this. This says green, but I've got the red one there. So it probably doesn't matter. This is going to be 24 volts. It's worked for years, so R and H. And then there's green, white, and then this jumper is existing jumper. So this is the old one. I wonder if any of these holes are going to line up, so I don't have to drill any new holes. So for some reason I have the red on the green there. This is 24 volts. I didn't turn anything off. Just make sure I don't short anything. I don't want to have to play with the circuit breakers to figure out what goes where. So there you go. Well, I do have to drill some new holes, and ironically they're sort of situated where the old ones were. Okay, nothing but plaster on that one, and nothing but plaster on that one, so I'm going to have to put in these anchors. Alright, so I've got these anchors in. I'll clean this up at a later date when I get around to painting. Leave those old anchors in. You're not even going to see them, they'll be covered up. It's just this round silhouette from the old original thermostat, but that's been there for a while now. So the new back plate goes on. So I just need to wire this up with the red going to the jumpered one here. If I can get that in. That's how it goes. Okay, tighten that up. And then the green, looks like it goes right next to it. It's labeled right here. Back that off a little bit. Put the green wire in. It looks like it's all neat. Should be able to snap on the front cover. So let me put a couple of fresh batteries here, good until 2024. Just take a look. There's the display. Currently 77 degrees in here. So these fingers here will go into these slots along here, so this should just snap in. That's that. Now I need to see if this is going to turn on the furnace. Well, I changed the red and the green wires around because there must be a reason why I did that on the other thermostat. Maybe somebody put the transformer in wrong, and because the furnace was always on, so I've changed them around and see if that corrects the problem. Yep, that was the problem. It's working now. So the old one, you could hear a clicking sound when the relay would start the furnace when it got to temperature, and wasn't doing it on this one, and that's because red is green and green is red. So it's a little quirk about this, and this works exactly like the old one. So if you have a certain temperature that's set, to override it, you just hit these up and down arrows, and that will immediately override the temperature. If you want to turn on, did you hear that? It just clicked. So now it's working. So yeah, this is working now. Those wires were reversed for a reason. And let me turn the light off for a second. That only comes on when you touch one of the buttons, any of the buttons, that light will come on. And it has the 2 AA battery for backup. And so that's it. Have a new thermostat. Another project I can cross off the list. Let's reduce this. We had some record high temperatures today in Massachusetts, but I think we have some snow forecast, so it's short-lived. So that's the unboxing and installation of the Lux thermostat, and replaced the old one, which I couldn't program any longer, just had the default settings on it. So if you found this video helpful, interesting, please like, subscribe, and comment and share. And thanks for watching.